Rocking with pettyblog.com.
It's your boy Silk D-O-double-G, and you are now watching the Petty Blog.
I can't be on the Petty Blog.
Petty and T.
Oh, Petty.
So they already know that I'm dropping the T. So let's get right into it. In some unfortunate news, on Sunday the 11th, a 36-year-old woman walked into Lakewood Church. And for those who may not know, Lakewood is a mega church with more than 45,000 members, pastored by Joe Osteen, located in Houston, Texas. And actually, she was one of the churchgoers. So yeah, she walked into the church wearing a trench coat and a backpack at 1:53 p.m. on Sunday with her 7-year-old son, 2 firearms, an AR-15 and a .22 caliber, and according to reports, immediately started firing the AR in a hallway as soon as she walked in, to which 2 off-duty officers who were working church security immediately intervened, firing back, to which the woman passed. And unfortunately, her son was caught in the crossfires and was reportedly shot in the head and is currently in critical condition. So sad. And while this was happening, you can see some of the reactions of the other churchgoers who had no idea what was going on, but knew that it was something going on because there was some commotion. But make no mistake though, by the time they realized what was going on, the whole church done cleared out, okay? They ran up out of there. Like, can you imagine 45,000 people trying to run out the door? I'm sure it was chaos. And let me tell you, this 36-year-old woman had a criminal record and mugshots stemming back to 2005 when she was still in her teens up until 2022. And I want to make it very clear that she also had a history of mental illness such as schizophrenia with Munchausen syndrome by proxy, aka MSP. And for those who may not know, MSP is basically where a child's caregiver, typically the mother, will exaggerate and make up symptoms of illness that their child does not really have for attention, more or less, which can then cause them to really have induced symptoms. Now, on her now removed IG page, she made the following post back in 2020 that says, "Thank you for your recent gift at Lakewood Church. Your support is helping bring the message of hope in Jesus Christ to those in need around the world. If you have any questions about your order, please contact customer service, blah, blah, blah." And she captioned it, "One may say my church is this and it's that. I sit back and forehead slap emoji. For they like to clown on the people of God. Do they know what they are doing? Persecute, I say indeed, and proceed. Your reward is waiting. As for me and my household, I will honor and bless my church, Lakewood Church." Okay, so she was a proud church member. That's crazy. Keep in mind that she also made this post that says, "People say, well, I'm a sinner, I cannot be in church. Well, I know I am not perfect, although here I go. Trying to be close to God is a process in the making. Enjoy life, give back." Now, I did get a chance to peep a social media page of hers, and she had an obsession with GUNs. Definitely had one. She posted them frequently and was just obsessed. And she actually brought hers back in December, even though she had documented mental illness, so police are currently investigating on how she was able to do that. And she's also being accused of being an unneighborly neighbor. One of her next door neighbors had the following to say under a post about her following Sunday. They wrote, "Regarding the church shooting, it was the mental lady that lives next door to Jill. 5 of us ladies from the neighborhood spent a day going to the courthouse and talked to quite a bit of council members, talked with police, went to legal department, went to our POA to discuss her actions concerning her having mental issues. No one could offer any kind of help. We are told to do something, say something, but nothing gets done till it's too late." Wow, so they tried to help, or at least alert the police that something ain't right. And in November, another neighbor wrote this, "I need help or suggestions. I'm at my wit's end. I'm beat and have been harassed by neighbors for over 2.5 years. Too much to list, too many police reports. She has targeted other neighbors also. Police won't do anything because she keeps it just below that line. Something bad is going to end up happening. My husband and I can't take it anymore, nor can we afford to move. Please help us with this." And she wrote that on November 8th, just 3 months before this happened. Now, to clear up a few things, the child who was hit in the crossfires is being reported as 5 years old and is not being reported as her son. So yeah, he's actually her seed and he's actually 7. And also another thing that's been going around and confusing people is that they've been trying to figure out if she was born a man, because Janice Moreno also goes by different aliases such as Jeffrey Escalante and other variations of Jeffrey. So folks have been confused as to if she's actually a trans woman. I mean, y'all saw the neighbor call her a he, she. They were confused too, but nope. Police actually verified it, that she was 100% woman, but chose to identify as Jeffrey for Lord knows what. I don't know.
My name is Jeffrey Escalante Moreno.
And also, a motive was not immediately known, though police did mention that a sticker was found on the AR that said Palestine, and the woman also left behind some anti-Semitic writings and had a family dispute with her ex-husband and some of his Jewish family members. But police are also saying don't jump to conclusions, because even with that, they're not sure if that was her exact motive for doing what she did or tried to do. I mean, especially being that she was not all the way mentally well, so they don't want any misinformation being spread. Now, Joe Osteen did release a statement following what happened that says, "Our community is devastated by today's events and grateful for the swift actions of law enforcement. May the healing hands of God touch the lives of everyone involved and provide comfort during this difficult time. In the face of such darkness, we must hold on to our faith and remember, evil will not prevail. God will guide us through the darkest of time. Together, we will rise above this tragedy and stand firm in our commitment to love and support one another. In times like this, our faith is tested, but it is also strengthened. We don't always understand why things like this happen, but we know that God is in control." Joe Osteen.
It could have been a lot worse.
And I do want to say this. I can't believe that one of my favorite churches was temporarily turned into a crime scene. Now, once upon a time, I was very tuned into Lakewood Church, but had stopped after the incident where there was a flood in Houston, and they wouldn't let some victims of the flood temporarily get shelter there, or whatever the case was, but slightly started to tune back in recently because sometimes it's about the message, not the messenger. But that's neither here nor there. We're just happy that the mission failed and she never got to get inside the church for whatever it was that she was trying to do. But we do want to keep her innocent son in our prayers, and we hope that he pulls through.